And hello. Okay. Hi. Fudge, this is already awkward. Say something. Jeez. God damn it. I have never played this before. Everybody already knows this game. Why am I recording it? Well, in my voice acting video, I say that I should play visual novels. Okay, I've never played about it. I know about it. I've heard about it. Didn't really see much about it. Yeah, it pulled the wool out of everybody because, like, people think it's a regular visual novel, people know it's not, people go in when they know it's not, and I tried to watch someone play it, and I got bored because visual novels bore me. Sorry, ATL, if you had to find out that I didn't care much for visual novels right now. I mean, I'm kind of warming up to visual novels now. It's just that, there was a period of time when I just didn't give a crap about visual novels because they're just boring to me. Boring to play, boring to watch. It was just a lot of reading and nothing to me at the time. Well, that's how I was. I don't know if I still am, but I'm warming up to visual novels. I kinda want to make one, but then turns out that you still need to learn how to program stuff. That's fun. So I'm going to get Winter for every time the male protagonist talks. So, yeah, new game. So, do people know this already? Winter's real name is Sylvain Winterfrost. Yup. Yeah, that's his name, not his full name. He became the Winter King because my channel used to be called Winter King a long time ago. So my cousins just saw it and they said, Silver, just change it. And I go, fine, okay. And I still kind of want to use the Winter King. So, blah, blah. That's like a origin story, yeah. So his nickname and title is the Winter King, and I just call him Winter, and I keep forgetting he has a real name. So yeah, needless filler. Oh yeah, this is more for me to practice voice acting, or so I tell myself. I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she's drawing to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. Could've just said childhood friends. Okay. You know the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but that kind of works because you know each other for so long, or because it's an anime? We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me.
Ha ha! I overslept again! But I caught you this time!
Maybe, but only because I decided to stop waiting for you.
You say that like you were thinking of ignoring me.
I don't know. Is that a good voice?
That's mean, Winter.
Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think that we're a couple or something.
Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you wanted to.
Whatever you say, Sayori.
I don't know, is that a good voice? Shoot me if it's bad. Don't worry. I got the gun. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. Do people talk like this?
By the way, Winter, have you decided on a club to join yet?
A club?
Oh shoot, the anime club.
I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either.
That's not true. You told me you want to join a club this year.
Did I?
Oh shoot. I'm sure it's possible I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about.
Hey Winter, do you want to join a club?
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Yay, I have a club too.
Okay, sure.
I need a drink. Vodka. It's not. Salt chocolate and... dang, deja vu. Of course. The moment I get a drink and it's hot chocolate is also the moment I try to do voice acting. I'm sorry, I drank hot chocolate. It's messing with my throat. I'll get water later after it's empty. Sayori likes to worry too much about me. when I'm perfectly content just being on the average while spending my free time watching games and anime. Like every otaku. Do I really have to click? Oh, did I skip something unintentionally? I just pressed space. Okay.
I was talking about how worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college.
You're off the assumption I'm going to college.
Your happiness is really important to me, you know? I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world.
But Sayori, I can make money being a NEET. Do you know how many NEET YouTubers are out there? They're also NEET. What am I talking about? Ooh, do you know what would be fun? If this video gets drowned out because nobody can find it because everybody's already done and over with Doki Doki and there's so many Let's Plays and whatever that nobody cares. Yeah, playing dead games.
You trust me, right?
Maybe.
Don't make me keep worrying about you.
Alright. I'll look into a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though.
Will you at least promise me that you'll try a little?
Yeah, I guess. I'll promise you that.
Yay!
Why do I let myself get lectured by a carefree girl? I don't know. Your life, man. More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me wants to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Oh god. I didn't think I'd relate to the main protagonist. My motivation for playing this game is going down the drain. I'm already losing motivation. My motivation is just always down the drain. Actually, it's my motivation dying and wanting to leave.
Clubs.
An after-school chore that wastes your time. That people apparently care. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club.
Hello?
Sayori?
Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. Looking around, I realized I'm the only one left in the classroom. They took my motivation.
I thought I'd catch up with you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed.
You don't need to wait out for me if it's going to make you late for your own club.
Well, I thought you needed some encouragement, so I thought, you know.
Know what?
Well, then you could come to my club.
Sayori.
Yeah?
There's no way I'm going to your club.
Meanie?
Sayori is the vice president of the lit club. Sayori's the vice president of the lit club! It's the I can't say literature. I hate me. It's a literature. I'm not doing this on purpose. Literature. Sayori is the vice president of the literature. That does not sound natural. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in lit. In fact, I'm 99% sure that she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in lit is guaranteed to be even less. Especially since I can't freaking pronounce it correctly.
Yeah, I was going to the anime club.
Come on, please.
Why do you care so much anyway?
Well, I kinda told the club yesterday that I would bring a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything.
Don't make promises you can't keep.
I can't tell if Sayori is that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh.
Fine. I'll stop for a cupcake, okay?
Yes, let's go!
And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Happens quite often, if you can imagine. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. BAM! Nope, she slammed it open. Oh yeah, this is another reason why I don't really care much for visual novels. Sometimes they're so long that you just happen to have a half-an-hour video, and it's all text and reading. And then people go complain, oh, you're only dragging it out because you want watch time, and, whatever.
Everyone! The new member is here!
I told you, don't call me a new member.
I glance around the room. Fudge. I didn't give my voices name yesterday. That's not a correct sentence. I didn't give my voices any names yesterday. That's a correct sentence. Dang it. Since I didn't name them, I don't know which one to choose. Calm? I guess? I don't know.
Welcome to the Lit Club. It's a pleasure meeting you.
Sayori always says nice things about you.
Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere.
I don't know. Now she sounds like a brat. Should I get Minty involved? I didn't plan to.
Seriously? Way to kill the atmosphere.
Nope. That sounds even more like a brat.
Ah, Winter. What a nice surprise. Damn it, my voice. It has something in my throat. Let me go, I don't know,
destroy something. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna get a cup of water. I'm replacing my stupid hot chocolate. I don't like to waste food or drinks, but this isn't helping. Hi, I'm back. That probably took too long.
Ah, Winter, what a nice surprise.
Oh no, I forgot their voices already. For Zuri, I tried to do an airhead. Yuri, she looks calm, cool, collected. Natsuki, I don't know, I end up sounding like a brat unintentionally.
Welcome to the club.
And Monica, I don't know what I'm doing for Monica. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls.
I don't know how to react to that. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, just say it.
Sorry.
Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made the cupcakes according to Sayori. Oh no, I don't remember her voice. I'm sorry. It's 5 a.m. and I'm probably delusional. What am I doing recording at 4 to 5 a.m.? I don't know. What do you do at— oh wait, no, you're probably asleep. Damn it, I ruined my argument.
You can ignore her when she gets all moody.
Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest of the club.
Don't say it like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki.
Well, it's nice to meet the both of you.
It sounds like you already know Monica, is that right?
That's right. Damn it, what was Monica's voice? Oh no, I'm already doing a bad job. I'm sorry, I'm not a professional voice actor. I want to be one, but I can't.
It's great seeing you again, Winter.
Monica smiles sweetly. Okay. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. It was biology. She kept saying something about, oh, I wish it was chemistry class. Why can't we have chemistry class this year? And, yeah. I don't know what kind of joke I was trying to build up to that. Apologies. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Has too many fanboys and fangirls that people probably suspect that she may be bi or a les. She gets lots and lots of chocolate on Valentine's Day and lots of fan letters and stuff. And this never happens in real life, but this is an anime, so it makes sense. It's like every Tuesday. Basically, completely out of my league, because I'm an otaku. And otakus can't make it far in life. Starts to think of all the otakus who have been able to make a decent living and people like them a lot. Cough, cough. Otaku YouTubers. Cough, cough. So having her smile at me so genuine feels a little...
You too, Monica.
Oh yeah, I just remembered, this is supposed to be a dating sim. Oh, whoops. I don't know what I've been treating it before.
Come sit down, Winter.
Ah, dang, I forgot your voice. I'm sorry.
We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes.
Damn, I forgot your voice. I'm sorry.
Hey, I made them. I'll get them.
Sorry.
I got a little too excited.
Then
How about I make some tea as well?
Sorry, Yuri is the only voice I can remember to do properly. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table.
As Sari mentioned, it's widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori, but of course I'm gonna choose my childhood friend because she's the only person I know.
That is ironically how I would have done it in real life. So,
Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet.
still feeling awkward. Oh, I didn't mean to call it. Oh, dang. I guess it was obvious then. Just feeling awkward, I sat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready?
Ta-da!
Oh wait, no, I forgot to voice act. Whatever.
Whoa!
Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray and revealed a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes, decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. Okay.
So cute! I had no idea you were this good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry up and take one.
Sari grabs one first, then Monica. I follow.
It's delicious!
Sari talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers looking for the best angle to take a bite. Because it's so goddamn cute. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. I'm sorry I'm taking a long time to bite your adorable cupcake. But it's an adorable cupcake. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? Yeah, just don't say it's disgusting around her, otherwise you'll make her upset. It's like when someone draws art and they put their heart and soul into it and you tell them bluntly it sucks and not give them any critiques and you just leave like that. That is just completely rude and you should never be in a situation where that happens. I finally bite down. Sorry, I shoved it into my throat. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. Well, does she made it herself? If she made the cake from scratch, why wouldn't she make the frosting from scratch? Because if you're going out of the way to make it from scratch, you might as well make everything from scratch.
This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
But why are you thanking me? It's not like I
Haven't I heard this somewhere before?
made them for you or anything.
Yep, classic tsundere. Oh, she's a tsundere. Don't I feel dumb? Well, since she's a tsundere, what is everybody else? I mean, Sayori's an airhead. And is airhead a trope? Ah, dang. I'm sorry, I don't watch romance animes or harems or whatever. I really like murder mysteries and that's like 90% of all I know. Not 90, 80% of what I know. And then 10% goes to action. And then the other 10% is, I don't know, miscellaneous.
I thought you technically did. Sari said.
Well, maybe, but not for you, you know, you dummy.
Alright.
Tsundere. I gave up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismissed the conversation. Because she's a tsundere. Oh yeah, are there tsunderes in real life? And if there are, cool. I don't know if I would want to meet a real life tsundere. It's like meeting a real life yandere. Do you really want to meet them? Fun in thought. Execution's a different story. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray.
You keep a whole set in this classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a book?
I guess.
Don't you let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you.
Damn it, Monica, I forgot your voice.
That's not...
Insulted, Yuri looks away. Bye then? I mean that, you know.
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime of me.
That's not a correct sentence.
and I would know because I'm bad at sentences.
Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime of mine, but I at least enjoy tea.
I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises a brow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider the Lit Club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me that I shouldn't tell Monica I was practically dragged here by Sayori.
Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so...
That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? It's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs.
And since you're so popular, why is there only 4 members including yourself?
Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year?
Well, you know. I'm going to save and call that a video. Have a nice day.